Alright. Hello, everybody. All of those teacher how my name is William. Now, today I want to talk about something. What today's video is called Why is ID age vacation worse than the birth date age vacation? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Because, let me tell you something now. I'm going to talk about a birth date age vacation because, that's why. Well, I'm going to tell you something about. Well, remember back in December? Yeah, we'll go to my Rumble channel and I'll show you. Okay. Let's go to my playlist. And then, remember I talked about California's age vacation bill back in December? Yes, I know. It's a birthday age vacation on device setup. I already talked about that back in December, right? Yeah. Well, now more people are talking, but now there's more people talking about it, which is good. That's why. Well, I'm glad now more people are aware of that bill, which is great. That's why. Keep spreading out. Keep spreading that bill, please. Keep talking about that bill, please. But looks like it's spreading to. Looks like now. Looks like that. Looks like that bill is now. Looks like California's HPQ now is now spreading to other states. Well, California's age vacation bill now has spread to Colorado. Yes. Now the people in Colorado have to put input, and now the people in Colorado have to put their birth date in the device. Well, it's not passed yet over there in Colorado, but I know it's passed here in California. So, yeah, but it'll be. I don't know. But the people that live in the people in Colorado. Hopefully, the people in Colorado can call their representative. But if not, then, well. We'll see. If not, well, then they're going to have to do it anyway. But the people that live outside of California and Colorado, you need to call. Look. If you don't want this birth date, age vacation in your state, then call your representative. If you don't want it, Okay. Call your representative if you don't want it. I'm not telling you to. Okay. Look, because I already called my representative about the social media ban for kids here in California because I was worried about that because that might pass. That's why. I don't know if this is going to pass or not. Well, in summertime, when I'm done with school, when I'm done with going to adult school, maybe I can call home a representative about good parenting laws. And that's probably what we need to do here in the U.S. I don't know how we're going to get them to listen to us, but we will have to try. You know. So, I think what we need to do is get these. So, let me show you something. Let me tell you why the ID age vacation bill is bad and worse than the birth date one. Well, if you only have to input your birth date on device setup, I'm not so much worried about that. But what I'm worried about is saying that is believing that this will protect children. No, this won't protect children. It won't at all. Okay, I'm not gonna, just because I will do the age vacation on this device. It's just only a birthday one. I'm not gonna believe in your lie that it will protect children. That's stupid. I'm not gonna believe in those politicians. I'm not gonna believe in the lie that they will protect children. That's stupid. Anyway. And now when we got Chad Bianco, the next Republican governor, the next guy who wants to be the governor of California, I will show you. So now we got Chad Bianco, who wants to become the next governor of California. But you also got another guy. I'll show you. Steve Hilton. I don't know much about him. Yes. Steve Hilton wants to be the next governor of California as well. So, I don't know much about Steve Hilton. You can tell me in the comments below if you like him or not. I don't know much about him anyway. And as for Chad Bianco, the sheriff, I don't know much about him either. So, you can tell me in the comments below. You know, but these are the two Republicans. These are the two Republicans that want to be new governors of California. So, if you can vote for them if you want, you know. Because, you know, we need a Republican governor very soon anyway. And, you know, I'm tired of the Democrats doing terrible stuff here in California. You know, I'm not just talking about age verification. I'm talking about a lot of things. You know, making very strict gun laws and having overkill, you know, and not very good traffic laws here in California. That's why. I know. And there are people out there saying that Gavin Newsom loves to do abortion. Well, I'm against it. Well, I know. Well, There's nothing I can do about that. I'm against abortion. That's why. It's murder. And I've been believing in that, ever since I've been growing up with my Christian parents here in California. That's why. I'm against abortion. That's why. Hopefully one of these two Republicans can become the next governor of California, either Chapialco or Steve Hilton. I don't know. I don't know much about him, but we'll see. Either one. As long as they can get rid of a lot of the bad stuff here in California, that'll be great. Now, I don't think they will be willing to get rid of the birth date age verification anytime. The birth date age verification bill for device system. I don't think they will, but anytime soon. But at least they can get rid of the other bad stuff. Yeah, so. Anyway, I want to talk to you about something. Now, I want to talk to you about something. Why do I believe the ID age verification is worse than the birth date age verification? Well, if you want to know about ID age verification, we have to set up your driver. The ID is your driver's license, right? Yeah, I know, and I know I won't. I know I'm not gonna. I know, and as for that, I know I won't show you guys. Look, now guys, I got my driver's license. I got my California driver's license back in 2024 when I turned 30 years old. Okay. And now let me tell you why I believe the ID age verification is worse than a birthday one. Well, IDs can get hacked, and then it will cause hackers to get rich. Okay, don't you see? This is what you get when you're making ID age verification to become law. Because the only way to prove who you are, yes, is with an ID, yes. But the problem is that IDs can get hacked, and that's not good. I don't like using my ID to verify my age. That's why. And, that's why. The only reason it means for me doing it is because I would have to do it. But I'm not gonna be happy about it. I'm not happy with ID age verification because that's not gonna protect children. That's why. The IDs. IDs need to be kept private. Hopefully in the future we can learn. Hopefully in the future these politicians can learn about that. Anyway, Another thing we need to do is talking about is something. Yeah, so that's why. And that goes against be rich and stuff. Now, as for a birth date age vacation, well, let me tell you something about that. Well, a birth date age vacation is the only age vacation that I will support, but not in the way that these politicians think. Because, you know, a birth date age vacation, which is more like an age indication, you know, more like something like that, or saying, or maybe, and there's people saying that that a birth date age vacation is not even a real age vacation at all, because all you're doing is setting your birth date. And I know kids and adults can lie about their age and also their birth date too. That's why. Well, and you tell me they can change into an ID age vacation. Well, I hope not. I hope not. Okay? I'll make sure that does not happen here in California. I hope not. Hope that does not change to an ID age vacation. That'll be worse. Anyway, you know. You know, like I said, ID age vacation can cause cause hackers to get rich, and that's not good. So, you know. So, just because, now I'm choosing, I will do the birth date age vacation, but not in the way these politicians are believing. You know, because it's not going to protect children, and it won't. It's not going to protect children at all. You know. And I don't know if this could be a censorship. Now, let me tell you something. Because many people think they're going to get arrested by doing this. And I don't know whether that's true or not. Right now, California is not really a police state as of yet. You're going to have to know about that. Well, let me tell you something. If you don't do the birth date age vacation, you won't get arrested. You just won't be. You just won't be able to do the age vacation. You just won't be able to do. You just won't be able to do anything on your computer, or your phone, or do anything on your phone or your tablet, or do anything on your smart TV. But you won't get arrested. Okay, I just Googled that. Okay, you won't get arrested. You just won't be able to play your computer or tablet or phone or watch something on your TV, because it's going to include smart TVs too. So. And you think that's going to apply to, you think dishwashers, washers, dryers? I hope not. I'm going to have to call a representative about this too, because that's not good. You know, and I'm glad that, well, at least I'm glad that BSD and the calculator firmware blocked access to California, and they're probably going to be blocking access to Colorado as well. All because of this birth date age vacation. Well, that's good. You know, I know they're going to be losing money from doing this, but you know what? You know, block access to California and Colorado if you don't want this. You know, that's why. Because you don't have to do it. You know, that's why. You know, I'm not happy they're doing this in the means of protecting children at all. You know, because that's a lie right there. That's a lie right there that they're believing. maybe in the summertime, I can call my representative and tell them about, and maybe tell them about maybe tell them about good parenting laws that we could have, we can have for parents, because this is just not right. You know, you need to get parents to watch their children and not the government. That's why. You know, and get parents to teach children how to be safe online, because they're not. That's why. Well, hopefully we can get. Hopefully I can call a representative about that once I'm done with school, and I can talk to him about this, because that's not right to have this age vacation stuff at all. You know, I'll try to stop it, but before it goes any further here in California, and hopefully we can stop it in the rest of it. We're going to stop it if it goes any further in the U.S. Hopefully, I don't know how we're going to stop it from going any farther, but we'll see. Because I don't know. And yeah, I know I don't have the money to move out of California, but I'll visit other states in the U.S. Okay, so yeah, I do want to check out Taiwan though, but I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that anytime soon. So. So let me tell you something. So yes, a birthday age vacation is the only age vacation that I will support, but I'm still not gonna believe that it won't protect. I still gotta believe that it will protect children, but I'm not gonna believe that it will protect children, because it won't. It won't protect children, because you know. Any kind of age vacation, including a birthday one, that's not going to protect children. You know, that's why. You know, parents need to watch their children, no matter what happens. And I will hopefully I can call these. I'll call my representative about this once I'm done with school. I'll call them, and hopefully you can. Hopefully I can tell them that any good parenting law, tell them probably some good parenting laws that we can have here in California, maybe, because age vacation is not the right way. You know, I know they're going to still have it, but hopefully we can get them to get parents to do the right thing. You know, watch their children. You know, that's why. Google, it says that ID-based identification consider worse privacy, accessibility, than simply date of birth checks. Although it's far more accurate than a fraud, but ID identification and submitting good documents of data and breaching hacks, including users without IDs. So. Yeah, hacks and data breaches. That's what can happen with ID age verification. That's why. So accuracy, yes, the accuracy is high on ID age verification, but it's low because it can be easily lied about. That's why on birth date. On privacy risk. The privacy risk is high because it shares personal data. That's why it can get hacked and stuff. On low, it says it shares a date of birth. On data security, you see, vulnerable to data breaches. That's why. On the low risk, you see, no sensitive data is stored on a birth date age verification. Now, here on now for ID here low excludes without IDs, and then birth date is high, accessible for everyone. And fraud risk, hard to fake a valid ID, and then extremely easy to circumvent. So. So that's why. Here, so here, submitted photo cover ID is a third-party platforms is a risk of missing hacking, yes. And then issue IDs is disabilities. Well, ID is more accurate. It's always better, simple, date of birth secure, but ID and photos have potential barriers of general public. Showing ID to cashiers generally see the choice of uploading in third party or permanently. Yeah. So yes. ID identification is very vulnerable to breaches. Birth date identification is not. And that's why no saved data is stored. But it still won't protect children. And that's why. And that's why we need to get these politicians to stop believing in that crap. Alright, here. Now, is this way your ID verification is more reliable than birth date only verification, but it comes at privacy risks. So here it says ID verification comes to government documents and then support. Include birth dates and accuracy of simple asking for birthday, which can be easily falsified. Yeah, that's true. That's the only weakening part. Now, ID verification includes document authentication, liveness checks, and facial matching. Much harder to bypass than simple birthday input. Oh, you can pass it. You know, I'm pretty sure you can pass an ID verification. I think like children stealing their parents' ID. You know, that's why. You know, because I know children can do that. And they can steal their parents' ID and show that they're adult, and then they will, and then and then they will verify the age, and and guess what? The device is going to make them think they're adult, and yeah, sorry, the accountability place, or the social media is going to make them think they're adult. That's how. Now, the privacy risks. Sharing ID exposes sensitive data, ingest photo, and misuse of very concern. So now, a birth date verification. So I start talking about. Asking for a birth date is a low risk of high risk. Okay, it's a low risk of privacy, but a high risk for fraud, and users can easily lie, but it's often social logins, Facebook, Google, which have no real verification process. Now while ID verification is more secure and accurate, it focuses more on personal data. The best minimal secure is zero knowledge proofs of verified age without strong sensitive information. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Is an age vacation trap. Yeah. Maybe I could read that to you. Now, if you want to call your representative against this bill, because it looks like now California's age vacation bill that now has spread to Colorado, and it's going to be spreading to more states very soon. That's why. The best thing to do is go to NetChoice. You can go to campaigns right here, and it will take you. If you click on call your representative, that's where it will take to here. And you can type your zip code and find your representative. Yeah, they will give you a phone number, and you can do that. Of course, you can write a letter to your representative. That's why. I'm gonna have to call them again, too. I'm gonna have to tell them. Probably some good parental laws that we can have here in California instead of these, I know, I don't think they're going to stop age vacation anytime soon, but I want them to do is. But I will call them against that. I'll keep calling them so we don't know more, so that hopefully no more age vacation laws can come. But we need to call them, but what we need to do is we need to call them for good parenting laws. And that's what we need to do anyway. I think that'll be better anyway. I don't know any good ones, but I think we need to get parents to watch their children. I don't know if there could be a law for that, but hopefully I can call them and I'll ask them if they can do that. But I will, that's why. Because I don't know, but I believe that these parents have to do is, well, they have to do, well, what they have to do is that they could have to take their phone. Look, why can't the parents take the kid's phone away? You know, it's not that hard to take their phone away. And also, that's why. That's why. And don't worry, I'll talk about more laws that are coming that might be coming in California in the future. That's why. Yeah, I will call a representative from now on about any more bad laws. If any more bad internet laws come to California, I will call my representative. You guys have to do is let me know about it. That's why. So I can call my representative. I already called my representative about the social media ban here in California because under the Gavin Newsom wants to do that. That's why. And that's why I already called my representative against that. And looks like you need to call your representative about that too, because social media bans for kids is going to come. It might come to your state very soon too. You got to be prepared for that and call your representative if you don't want that. And that's why. Well, even if it's not coming up yet, it will spread to your state. Call your representative, please. Before you start making a proposal about it. That's why. Yeah. Anyway. Look, if you don't want this birthday age vacation on device set up, then call your representative. And if you don't want the social media ban for kids to come to your state, then call your representative. You know, you can go to nanchoice.com right here, and then call your representative. Okay, it's right here. All right, do that. Oh yeah, and then now as for a selfie age vacation, because I know there's some devices that are doing that now. Well, and what about the credit card age vacation? Well, I don't have a credit card, but if I did have one, will I use it for age vacation? Well, no, because a credit score does not tell people how old they are. You know, how do you tell people how old they are based to a credit score? That's stupid. Anyway, and now it's for selfie age vacation. Well, that's stupid too, because that's not accurate. You know, there are people out there that look younger than their age and look older than their age. And he's just saying, I look younger than my age. And you know what? I'm 31 years old. I'll be 32 on March 28th. And that's why. You know, and that's just why. I look younger than my age. And that's what they don't know much for. Anyway, you know. And yes, I did. And yes, I had to take a blood test today anyway. But that was this morning anyway. So. Anyway, I'm going to have to go pretty soon. I have to go to bed pretty soon. So make sure you watch my How to Go to Heaven video on Rumble. Okay? And if there's anything else you want me to talk about, please let me know. Okay? Maybe in the summertime, I'll call my representative and maybe I can know that any good parenting laws can be good. Well, I mean, no, not just here in California, but in other states too. Can need to spread to other states here in the U.S. That's why. You know, we can try to do that for them, and because you know, you have to get them to know that age vacation is not going to help anything at all. And we need to get these parents to watch their children. You know, hopefully, you can teach these parents about the internet safety rules. Well, in the future, anyway, because it's not right anyway. Because that's the only thing we can do anyway. Not only we have age vacation, you know, but we have a crappy parental problem, and that's why. Maybe I can get a video, but maybe later on I'll make a video on how to get parents not to trust the government. You know, that's why. Well, I'll make a video about that later. Anyway, I have to go right now. But you can watch this anyway, because I have to go right now. But thank you for watching this video. You can watch this on Rumble anyway, because I have to go right now. But thank you for watching this video. I'll be enjoying. Say goodbye. Adios, Zaijian. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I want to because I want to show you something. So here's the website for SteveHiltonForGovernor.com if you want to vote for Steve Hilton. You know, yeah, I know I showed you Chat Bianca already, but I did not show you Steve Hilton's. So Steve Hilton's website, which is right here. So. Was right here, but I also found him right here, so yeah. So yeah, you can if you're a Republican here in California, you can vote for one of these two. You know, hopefully we can bring California back to, because that way we can, so that they can win California, and hopefully we can get rid of a lot of other bad things. You can get rid of a lot of the bad things here in California. As for the birthday age verification device setup, I'm glad more people are talking about this. You know, that's why. I already talked about it back in December, but you know, yeah. Well, I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. When it does go to effect anyway, but I'm not gonna say it the right way of the protecting children, because that's not right, you know. And if NetChoice decides to block it, then great, and then I won't have to do it if NetChoice blocks it, but we'll see. I need to show you what happened to do it. I want to show you what happened. Did it was causing bad VPNs, or did that got? No. Okay, the registration. Okay, so that initially forced access as February 26 lawmakers have removed provision in banning VPN services due to widespread pushback. But now both of the bill focuses age vacation now remove directing VPN. Okay, so that's why. Users are not permitted of using VPNs in Wisconsin. Okay. And now what about in Michigan? So we some factors without conventional VPN restrictions. Okay, that's good. So that's good. I'm glad they're not banning VPNs, but it's still not good to have age verification though. I'm up on Michigan. Did I? No. Circle rules. They have not moved. Okay, they're not. They have not moved forward. They're not law. Okay. I heard that Virginia's bill got blocked. I did. Okay, right here. It says yes. The federal judge blocked Virginia from enforcing a new social media age vacation restriction law on February 27, 2026. Oh, okay. Right here it says Judge Patricia W. Glass issued a restriction citing British speech minors privacy risks. Okay. So it says right here, it says for under 16 for 1 hour. And then it says Birthdate Age Verification. The court law overboard content based restricting the speech, and then was brought against the state by NetChoice Trade for saying tech platforms by arguing a law user. The law pauses. The injunction pauses the law while legal charges continue. So it did take to effect, but now it got blocked. So yeah, Virginia's ageification bill got blocked, which is good anyway. Hopefully NetChoice can block the ageification bills are being proposed here in California. Well, the one for age checks for operating systems, that one's not blocked yet. I know that one's passed, but it's not blocked yet. And yes, I already called a representative of the social media ban for under 16s or social media bans for kids, because I know they wanted to do that here in California. That's why I called a representative about that, because I did not want that. So yes, I did call a representative, and I'll keep doing that from now on anyway. But I don't know. Oh, it's temporarily blocked. I see. But it needs to be a permanent block, not a temporary block. Oh well. Let's look at these because I got blocked so far. So you got Texas, and then you got Louisiana. The one in Texas, I heard it's blocked, and then you got and the other ones I got. Oh, the other ones that, but. It's still fun. Okay, but it says if it's education laws, it's still possible. Social media are Eugene, California, Utah, and Florida. Okay, so those are the ones others have blocked, like in Tennessee and Mississippi. Okay, so the ones in Tennessee and Mississippi got blocked. Oh, that's good. Well, hopefully NetChoice can block more if they want to. Anyway, we need to fight back against ageification. But I was going to tell you something, but I forgot to tell you. Alright. Well, let me tell you about something. Alright. Because I'm going to have to do is, either in spring break or the summertime, I'm going to have to do is call my representative and tell her about good parenting laws. That's why. Parents need to watch their children and stop trusting the government. I don't know why. That's why. We need to stop these parents from being so lazy, and get them to watch their children. Because that's not, because them being lazy is, not right. It's wrong. And they need to teach children how to be safe online. I don't know why they're not doing that. Because if I had Twitter, I would cheat to receive online no matter what happens. Anyway. Oh, okay, so our... Let me see what this one is. Oh, this one's California SB 976. That one got... Oh, that was November 2077, 2004. That one got blocked. Oh yeah, it's 6 for law. Okay, and then... I never heard about this one too, but good thing I found out about it. And then there's the California Speech Code. So me read about the ones here in California. So this one's called the California Informed Act. Here is this U.S. District Court, Northern District. California's granted net choice permanently in injection in July 11, 2025. California has been SB 1144 overreach that contradicts federal law, poses unreasonable burdens of business, creates uncertainty, and fails likely to tackle retail crime. Neither provides law enforcement of marketplaces, and there was sort of tackle retail crime or give them some necessary funding to put these in jail. And you can read more of it right here. Okay, so that's... So California Informed Act. So this is another bill that got blocked in California, but this was in 2025. Okay. And then here's the 900, and there's SB 996. Got views to cover over SB 96. The law carries surveillance over California's online activities, violating speech and privacy, online safety. Okay, and SB 9694 just covered companies restrict access to law information unless users submit for private documents, prioritizing government surveillance and censorship over genuine online protection. This all creates dangerous data risks that fails to help the single Californian, especially trying to be safer online. Yeah, I see that. Okay, I did not even know that. You can read more of it right here. And then, yeah, now there's another bill that needs to be blocked here in California, but hopefully NetChoice can block it. I did not know about this bill, but that's good. I learned about it from NetChoice, so that's good. Now, what about the California Speech Code? Because I did not know about this one too. California Speech Code concepts websites and Digital Service Act on the censors creates cybersecurity for Californians and their families. Censorship regimes, masqueradings of privacy protections will not survive traditional review. In March 2005, court ruling in the case affirmed First Amendment protections of blocking California's unconstitutional speech code. Rejecting government mandating censorship, especially in that government cannot compel private companies to access or restrict speech under the genuine against the guise of safety. The U.S. appealed again, and it's now in front of the U.S. Court of Appeals, the Ninth Circuit. Okay, so that's good. I see. So that was in 2025. Okay, that got blocked. So those are the bills that got blocked by NetChoice here in those like those are the bills that got those are the bills in California that got blocked by Net Choice, which is good anyway. Well, looks like Net Choice has 2 more bills in California to block. You know, well, the switching ban for under 16s here in California, that did not get blocked yet. And no, it did not pass yet. If it does pass, well, Net Choice can block it. But I already called my representative about it, so that way I can get some politicians to say no to that anyway. But I also have to do is as for the age verification on device setup, as well the birthdate one. Well, the birthdate age verification Windows outside, so well, I'm too late for that. But Net Choice can block it if they want to anyway. So yeah. Anyway, glad we have Net Choice to fight back. But don't you worry about this. Now, from now on, I will call on my representative if any more bad internet laws come to California, because that's not good. I don't want this, and we need to stop it soon anyway. I'll stop any more of it from coming. That's why. And hopefully, that's why, because, anyway, so that's it anyway. That's what I want to show you anyway. And and you can call and you can do your house representative right here. And I was talking about how to go to heaven and stuff, so I don't know what we're talking about next video yet, but I'll let you know anyway, because I have to go right now. Anyway, so goodbye, friends.